Hello friends! Today is Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. This is our math lesson for today. Now you don't have a worksheet today. We're simply going to be doing some whiteboard work. We're going to be doing a lot of review together, okay? We have a lot to look at, but we're going to try to move through it quickly, okay? Now, I need you to make sure that you have out your whiteboards, your markers, and I would also like you to get the clocks that Miss Davis and I sent home for you, okay? If you need to pause the video to do that, please do so, okay? Make sure you have those items out. Now to begin, let's look at our date. Today is Thursday. We're gonna look at the days of the week. If today is Thursday, what was yesterday? You got it, Wednesday. If yesterday was Wednesday, today is Thursday, what is tomorrow? Friday, very nice. Now, how many days are in a week? 7. Let's review those together, okay? There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Great job. Now, if we're in the month of April, what month is next month? What month comes after April? May. Wonderful. Yes, May is next. Now, how many months are in a year? I hope you said 12. I want you to stand up with me. We're going to review the 12 months of the year. Please don't make me do it alone. Here we go. January, February, March and April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Those are the months of the year. Yeah, way to go. Thank you for not making me do that alone. Now, challenge question for you. We're in the month of April. How many days are in the month of April? We have a poem to help you remember that. Let's see if you can say it with me. Okay, let's remember our poem that tells us how many days are in each month. It starts like this. 30 days hath September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except for February, which has 28, till leap year gives it 29. Great job. So how many days are in the month of April? 30. Very nice. Yes. Okay. Now, next question for you. How many hours are in the day? I think this is a good time to pull out my clock. My clock. We haven't seen this in a little while. How many hours are in a day? Remember, my clock shows 12 hours. And my hour hand, remember the shorthand is the hour hand, my hour hand goes around twice. How many hours are in one day? 24. Very good. Now, if there are 24 hours in a day, how many minutes are in an hour? Let's remember, we count minutes, we count by what? Yes, we count by 5. So let's count how many minutes are in an hour. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm halfway there. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 minutes in 1 hour. Very nice. Now, I just briefly touched on this, but just to review, I have 2 hands on my clock. One of my hands tells me the hour. Is that my short hand or my long hand? Yes, the short hand tells me the hour, which means the long hand tells me the minutes. Very good. Now, I have a time written on my board here. 7:15. I want you to get out your clocks. Remember, you can pause the video anytime you need to. Get out your clocks, and I want you to set your clock for 7:15. You can pause it, and we're going to come back together and look at it. I'm going to set my clock for 7:15. Let's see if our clocks match. Look carefully. Is this what your clock looks like? Remember, my hour hand won't point directly at my 7 anymore because it's getting ready. It's moving because of soon it will be 8 o'clock. However, if it's not pointing at that number yet, it's still the hour before. So my hour hand will be just a little past 7. My minute hand, I count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. My minute hand should be pointing at the 3. Now, challenge question for you. If it's 7:15 and I'm eating breakfast, is that AM or PM? I hope you said AM. Yes, great job. Next time, I want you to set your clocks for 9:30. Remember, you can pause it at any time. Check your clocks. Does your clock look like mine? The hour hand should be half past 9 because it's half past 9. It's 9:30. The minute hand should be pointing at the 6. Remember, that's 30 after. Challenge question. If it's 9:30 and it's bedtime, is it AM or PM? Yes, PM. Great job. Great job. Now, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to set a time on my clock, and I want you to write this time on your whiteboard. Here we go. I want you to write, let's go. I'm going to challenge you here. Here we go. I want you to write this time on your whiteboard. Remember to pause it at any time if I'm moving too quickly. Let's check your work. You should have written 12:35. Okay, my hour hand is past the 12, but it's not at 1 yet. My minute hand is on the 7. Remember, 6 after is 30 minutes, 35. Next time, I want you to write this time on your whiteboard. Here we go. This one's going to be a challenge for you. This one's going to be a challenge. Look closely at that hour hand. Okay, let's see how you did. You should have written 2:45. 2:45. Boys and girls, look closely. That hour hand is not pointing at the 3 yet. It's still 2. Okay, and the minute hand's pointing at the 9. It's 2:45. Very nice, very nice. Now, I'd like to review something different. If I wanted to measure, say I want to measure the length of my clock, I have a tool that we've talked about before that we can use to measure length. Okay, what is the name of my tool here? Yes, this is my ruler. Now let's quickly review the ruler. My ruler has inches on it. How many inches is on my ruler? 12 inches, very good. 12 inches also equals, there's another unit of measurement. 12 inches equals, I hope you said 1 foot. Yes, very good. Now, remember, sometimes I have things that are longer than my ruler, and I need something else to measure these things. For example, if I wanted to measure my door, it would be very difficult to use a ruler to measure the door. So I have something else I can use. This is my yardstick. This is 1 yard. How many feet are in my yard? I hope you said 3. 3 feet equals 1 yard. Very good. Now, what if I wanted to bake a cake and I needed to measure how much oil to put in my cake? Could I use a ruler or a yardstick? No way, no way. I would use a different unit of measurement, okay? I have things that measure what we call capacity, or the amount something holds, okay? And we've talked about quite a few of these. But if I wanted to, say, measure oil for my cake, I could use something called a cup, okay? Now, we've talked about capacity. We've talked about using pints, quarts, gallon, okay? We had a poem that we would say together, and it's been a little while, so I'm going to say it slowly, but I want you to say it with me so we can review these measurements, okay? We're going to start with the gallon. It's called the gallon man, okay? Gallon man, What makes a gallon? 4 quarts. 4 quarts. 4 quarts a gallon. Very good. Let's keep going. Quart lady, what makes a quart? 2 pints. 2 pints. 2 pints a quart. Let's see. Pint boy, what makes a pint? 2 cups. 2 cups. 2 cups a pint. Oh, you like this one? Cup baby, what makes a cup? 8 ounces, 8 ounces, 8 ounces a cup. Very good. Now that we've reviewed that, let's go over some measurements together. Let's see if you can help me fill in my missing numbers. Remember in math, we talked about how we can abbreviate things. We can shorten the words so it's a little quicker to write. So I've used abbreviations here. Now my first measurement says blank quarts equals 1 gallon. How many quarts equals 1 gallon? Gallon man, what makes a gallon? 4 quarts. Very good. 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. How about the next one? This says pint. How many pints equals 1 quart? Quart lady, what makes a quart? How many pints? 2 pints. 2 pints. 2 pints a quart. 2 pints equals 1 quart. Now my C stands for cup. How many cups equals 1 pint? Pint boy, what makes a pint? How many cups? 2 cups. 2 cups. 2 cups a pint. Very good. My last one. Remember the OZ stands for ounces. Okay, how many ounces equals 1 cup? Cup baby, what makes a cup? 8 ounces, 8 ounces, 8 ounces a cup. Oh, this is hard to write upside down. Okay, very good. I hope you remember those measurements. Now, we just talked about these, but let's go ahead and fill this in while we're looking at it. We just talked about the ruler, our ruler. How many inches was on my ruler? 12 inches. 12 inches equals, my FT stands for feet. 12 inches equals 1 foot. Very good. Now, how many feet equals 1 yard? Can you help me fill that in? How many feet equals 1 yard? Oh, I hope you said 3. 3 feet equals 1 yard. Very nice. Now, we have one more thing that I wanted to talk about. You'll see here, I have 1 LB. Now, we've talked about that abbreviation before. Let's see if you can remember what it stands for. 1 LB stands for 1 pound. 1 pound equals how many ounces? It's been a little while, I know, but I just want to refresh your memory that 1 pound equals 16 ounces. Yes, boys and girls, that is referring to weight. Weight, okay? We use pounds to weigh something. So 1 pound equals 16 ounces. Okay, I just wanted to review those measurements with you today. Now, very good. Quickly, let's turn our attention back to my whiteboard. I have a couple of things I want to review. Let's start with the money, okay? We're just going to go over the different names of the coins and remember the value of each of those coins, okay? I have, you know which coin this is. Which coin is this? Yes, it's my copper coin. It's my penny. 1 penny equals, I hope you said 1 what? 1 French fry? 1 milkshake? No, 1 cent. 1 penny equals 1 cent. Now, who can remember the name of this coin? Okay, this coin, the name of this coin, yes, is a nickel. And what is the value of the nickel? The nickel is worth how many cents? 5 cents. Very good. How about this coin here? This is my dime. The dime equals, yes, you got it, 10 cents. Finally, let's see. I also have my quarter. Very good. What does the quarter equal? Yes, the quarter equals 25 cents. Now, last but not least, this is the biggest coin that we've talked about. What is the name of this coin? The $50. Yes, and what is the value of the $50? I hope you said 50 cents. The $50 is 50 cents. Now, 2 halves make a what? Yes, boys and girls, 2 half dollars make 1 whole dollar. 2 halves make a whole. Very nice, very nice. Now, we're moving on with something else. We are going to compare numbers, okay? Let's remember when we compare numbers, let's start with our 2-digit numbers, okay? That means we have a digit in our ones place and a digit in our tens place. When we compare numbers, and we're comparing 2-digit numbers, which place do we look at first? Are we going to look at our tens place or our ones place? I hope you said tens place. When we're comparing 2-digit numbers, we always look in the tens place first. Now, we're going to compare these numbers using our greater than or less than symbols. Remember, in math, we use a lot of symbols, okay? So let's quickly review those symbols. The greater than symbol, remember, you come to the greater side. Greater than symbol, less than symbol, you come to the smaller side, okay? And I know a lot of people like to compare it to the alligator mouth. The alligator eats the number that is greater. That's fine too, okay? So we have number 5 here. I want you to go ahead and write these numbers on your whiteboard, all right? You're going to write 76, 62. Now you can go ahead and use either your greater than or less than symbol to compare. 76 is what compared to 62? Remember, look at your tens place. 7 is 7 greater than or less than 6? You may go ahead and write your symbol in and let's check your work. 76, I hope you said it's greater than 62. 7 is greater than 6. Okay, you've used your greater than symbol or your alligator mouth. The alligator eats the number that is greater. Now, how about this? We're going to compare 3-digit numbers. That means you have numbers in your ones place, your tens place, and your hundreds place. I want you to compare the numbers 105 to 131. You could go ahead and write this on your whiteboard. Write 105, 131. Then you may use your symbol to compare the numbers. Is 105 greater than or less than 131? Now, before you do that, let's quickly remember, if you're comparing 3-digit numbers, what place do you look at first to compare? Are you going to look at your hundreds place, your tens place, or your ones place? You should look at your hundreds place first. Oh, let's look at this. What do we do when our hundreds place has the same number? They both have a 1. Where do I look next? Would I look at my tens place or my ones place? Yes, you'll look at your tens place next. Now you may pause the video if you want to write your comparison using your symbol. Okay, let's look at this together. 105 is less than 131. I looked at my hundreds place. I noticed they both were the same. I then went to my tens place. I have a 0 and a 3. 0 is less than 3. Great job. Now, last comparison. I've written 3 2-digit numbers. I want you to write these 3 numbers on your whiteboard. you're going to write 92, 81, and 95. Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to underline your least number and circle your greatest. Underline the least, circle the greatest. Now, remember, you're comparing two-digit numbers. What place are you going to compare first? Your tens or your ones? Yes, your tens place. Now, you may pause the video to underline your least and circle your greatest. I'm going to go ahead and do that on my board when you're ready to check it. Here we go. I'm looking at my numbers. I'm going to start with my tens place. I have a 9, an 8, and a 9. I know that 8 is less than 9. So right there, I know my least number is 81. Now, I need to circle my greatest. I have 9s in both tens place. Now I'm going to check my ones place. 2, 5. I'm looking for my greatest. 5 is greater than 2. I'm going to circle 95. You should have underlined 81 and circled 95. Great job. You're so smart, boys and girls. Now, we are going to do just a couple more things. I know you've been spending quite a bit of time with me. I wanted to do a lot of review work today, and thank you for hanging with me, okay? We're just going to do a few more problems. I want to review adding two-digit numbers and subtracting two-digit numbers, okay? So we're going to start with my problem number 8. I want you to add 71 plus 19. Now, you can write that on your whiteboard, okay? When you do, make sure you line up your ones place and your tens place. You may go ahead and write that. Pause the video if you need to. 71 plus 19. Now, let's remember, when we add two-digit numbers, we're always going to start with the ones place to add. So I have 1 plus 9. Oh, what does that give me? What is 1 plus 9? That gives me the number 10. Boys and girls, I can't write a two-digit number in my ones place. What am I going to do? I'm going to write my ones in my ones place, my 0. I'm going to carry my 10. Carry my 10. Now, when I'm adding my tens place, I don't want to forget about that 10 that I carried. So I have 1 plus 7 equals 8. 8 plus 1 equals 9. Fantastic job. 71 plus 19 equals 90. Very nice. Boys and girls, now I want to review two-digit subtraction. Same thing. You're going to start with your ones place. Start with your ones place. Boys and girls, I want you to write this on your whiteboard, okay? You're going to write 52 minus 31. Make sure you line your numbers up. You put your ones on top of one another. Make sure you line up your tens place. Once you write that, you may pause it and solve it. Then we're going to check it together. Okay, here we go. We start in our ones place. 2 minus 1 equals 1. 5 minus 3 equals 2. 52 minus 31 equals 21. How did you do? Great. Very good. I hope you got the same answer that I did. If you did not, that is okay. We're going to keep working on these things. That's the key, is that you don't give up and you keep working. Now, last thing we're going to look at today. We just started this a couple of weeks ago, okay? We just started adding three-digit numbers, okay? I am going to have you add three-digit numbers on your whiteboard. I want you to write this problem on your whiteboard. You're going to write 345 plus 125. Remember to line your numbers up properly, okay? Because that can change your answer. If you don't line them up correctly, it can give you an incorrect answer. Make sure you line your ones up, your tens up, and your hundreds. 345 plus 125. Go ahead and take your time and write that on your whiteboard. You may solve it when you're ready and then unpause the video and come back and check your work. Here we go. Remember, same thing as adding two-digit numbers. We always start in our ones place. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Yes, but I can't write two digits in my ones place. I'm going to write my ones. I have a 0. Carry my 10. Now don't forget to add that 10 with your tens column. Here we go. 1 plus 4 equals 5. 5 plus 2 equals 7. Am I done? No, I'm not. I still need to look at my hundreds place. 3 plus 1 equals 4. Did you get the same answer that I got? 345 plus 125 equals 470. Wonderful job. Boys and girls, thank you so much for giving your best effort today and for sticking with me. I know it's been a long lesson. We had a lot to review today. Miss Davis and I are missing you, and we hope that you're enjoying these videos.